I've presented a couple of times on Cyclovias, and when I did it in Bogota, Colombia, I began with "Mi gustos dos ojos," which means you have beautiful eyes, and that's the only Spanish that I know, fortunately, so I'll do the rest in English, hey? What's the biggest bike ride in the world? It's not around the bay in a day, which is the biggest in Australia. That gets about 11,000 people on it. And it's not the Five Boroughs bike ride in New York that gets 25,000 people on it. And it's not the London to Brighton that gets 35,000 people on it. And it's not the Cape Argus in Cape Town that gets 35,000 people. And it's not the Tour de Lille in Montreal that gets about 42,000 people on it. And it's not the, I think it's called the Sturmfahrt, actually, not the Radfahrt, in Berlin. They don't count them there. They do a big lap of Berlin, but I reckon they get about 120,000. Been on that one. Fabulous events. None of them. It's the Cyclovia in Bogota, Colombia. And on the Cyclovia, they get 2 million people on it, around about 2 million people on it, every Sunday. So yesterday there were 2 million people on it, riding around in Bogota, Colombia, 2 million of them, every Sunday. How do they do it? So what you do is you open the roads up. So not all of them, you just select the roads that you're going to open up. You don't want to offend the motor traffic and all the rest of it. Lots of people like to drive cars, so we don't want to upset them. We'll do it on a Sunday, and you do it between 7 and 2 in Bogota, Colombia. It's free, you don't pay anything, you can get on and off wherever you like, and you can pedal, you can walk, you can push a pram, you can have a game of soccer, you can go with your roller skates or your rollerblades or whatever you want to do. It's open the roads up and have fun on them. Just take the cars off, and people love to go on the roads. The events are, so it's pro-life to the streets is what I say. Decidedly not anti-car. So around the world where people have tried it and they go with an anti-car message, then you've just brought into a whole lot of battles and debates that you have to go and fight that you don't need to. So it's low effort, low energy. Don't do anything else. Leave the jumping castles at home. Don't do anything that you're not happy doing every Sunday. So set them up to be low energy and low cost. And choose the big fat roads that have all the stuff on it. So around the world, some of the people that have tried a Cyclovia go with a boulevard type model, so they choose the road that doesn't have much traffic on it, doesn't have much stuff on it. Might be like the Q Boulevard here, might be the example of it, but it hasn't got the stuff that people want to go to. So choose the big fat Sydney road in this case, in Melbourne. That's got all the shops and the great places and the coffee shops and the shopping centres and where people might want to go on a Sunday. So who's doing it? In South America, it's been going in Bogota for 29 years, and so all the other big cities of South America have cottoned onto it, and they've all had a go, and they've all started, and they've all got varying degrees of success with it. There's now like a Cyclovia club, and they have conferences, and they come and compare notes about how you do Cyclovias. Paris is having a go, Chicago, New York, Seattle, and a whole bunch of other Western developed cities have had a go and started in the last 2 or 3 years. In Australia, Yarra had a go at one point, City of Yarra, City of Port Phillip had a go, Fremantle and Adelaide have all had a play. Often they've been whittled down and they get chewed away at the edges, and someone says, oh, let's just do half the road and let's just have no parking on it, and then it dies a death. So you've really got to stick and fight to have your big fat road opened up for a period of time on the Sunday. So the lessons I would say for Cyclovias here and that we can learn from Cyclovias around the world is that it's simple when you know how to do it. Go to Bogota, jump on a plane and go and have a look at them. They're fantastic. So every Sunday, every public holiday, and the biggest one they have is just before Christmas and the shopping night as well. So study and learn, stick to a pathway. So work out how you're going to do it every Sunday. Don't get lost in the jumping castle models and having all the streamers and things. And there's ways of going with a temporary road signage paradigm that means that you don't have to stick out road signs all the time, because a lot of your cost gets chewed up in that. Thanks very much.